Fellas, we're back after the greatest event in UFC history, undoubtedly. I mean, that was. We're going to get right into it because, man, there's a lot to talk about. But my word, did I enjoy myself yesterday night. Just look at this picture, man. Just to start this thing out, just take a look. If you somehow missed this event, I feel so bad for you. Like this was a complete movie. It was surreal, the entire thing, start to finish. And there's a lot of reasons people are upset that this card even happened in the first place. But it's gonna happen regardless, dude. There's nothing that you could say or do that's gonna cancel this card. So you might as well just sit back and enjoy it. You might as well just have yourself a good old time because that last night was one of the best nights I've had in a long time. Even after the main event. No, but it was great, man. I really felt the consequences this morning. I got about 2 hours of sleep. But you know that it was all worth it. This is a once in a lifetime event, and if you miss tuning into this live, I feel bad for you. Just look at Diego Lopez, man. One of my favorite fighters. This is how we start the card. Not only this, like just but the imagery of it all, seeing walkouts leading up to the balcony of the White, seeing Pereira standing there on the balcony, the White House Secret Service agents behind him. Insane, dude. It didn't feel real. The walkouts didn't feel real. Nothing about this felt real. It was absolutely insane. Just look at this. Look at this setup, dude. It doesn't even make sense how cool this was. I wouldn't think this was real if like half the fan base wasn't there on the lawn. And the UFC, they did a good job, man. I know this was like start to finish. It looked like the greatest sporting event in the world visually, and just what actually took place in the fights. It was the greatest sporting event in the world has ever seen. I think the only single way that they top this is by going to like the Coliseum. But for now, we're just gonna get into it because holy shit, man! I mean, what a so. Also, last night it's me and my boys, and I have a pool on my back patio. We found out that there's a section of the screen that we can mount a projector to, and it'll go against the back wall of my house above the pool. So we got some floaties, we got some bevs, and we kicked back in the pool for the majority of this event, watching on a giant projecting screen, and it was so sick. I'm very grateful that I was able to do that and just and take in this event because it was just unbelievable, man, unbelievable. I'm so happy about this. Like I said, not all the fights went my way, but we did make money, so we're just gonna get right into it, man. Diego Lopez knocks out Steve Garcia, and I was sweating this one. Like I couldn't believe what Garcia was doing to Lopez on the feet. But I mean, you got to trust in Lopez's chin. I think after the first round was probably the time to double down. Honestly, like Diego's chin is just unbeatable. He's going to get absolutely slept one day, and I understand that. But for now, he still dives into the fire, man. And if he clips you, and your name's not Alexander Volkanovski, you're going down. Like this guy's kryptonite, but there's not many other people in the division that can take this guy down, bro. But Garcia looked really fucking good on the feet. He was piecing up Diego Lopez, like he literally was. He looked like better skill wise, but Diego Lopez just has that motherfucking dog in him, and he got it done. And then he climbed on the cage and did this, and then went out and greeted 100,000 fans. All right, that's the first fight. Next up, Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. Now this one, I said Dawkins by finish, and man, I couldn't have been more wrong. This was just me not wanting Bo Nickel to get a win, but this was a poetic way. This one right here was like, okay, these might be a little bit rigged. Like I could see a world where they do fix some of these fights, but Bo Nickel's just good, and I do forget that. He has multiple finishes in the last he's more finishes than decisions in his last handful of fights. He's up there, man. I know Kyle Dawkins isn't like a huge name or anything, but I mean he's been doing well too. Bo Nickel gets it done in round one. Uses the wrestling to his advantage. I mean, he looked well rounded. He looked good. Good win for Bo Nickel on the biggest stage that he possibly could have done it on. Valdocus, we'll see you, unfortunately. Next up. Now, this was the absolute layup of the card. I know the main events also could have been considered that, but, well, I mean, not Barrera, but, but the main event. But this one was the layup of the card. Michael Chandler was never going to win this fight, and if he thought otherwise, that was just a stupid decision, man. There's just no chance. He did whatever he wanted to Michael Chandler. It was almost forgettable because it was so expected that when he went out there and just threw 10 spinning kicks, like it was like, oh, okay, that's I knew this was going to happen. Like everyone knew this was going to happen. But great performance by Rufy. He beats another ranked guy. If now he's top 10, give him some competition, man. Send him up in competition. Let's get this guy creeping towards a title because lightweight is now up in the air, and we'll get to some of that later. But for now, another division that's up in the air. We got the heavyweight division starting out with Josh Hokett and Derek Lewis. Now, I've never seen Derek Lewis look worse in my fucking life, honestly. That was terrible. And I don't know if neither one of them were expecting the cardio to be this taxing, but Derek Lewis just looked like a straight victim out there. And Josh Hokett, man, I made a whole video raging at him about this press conference. But when you get on the mic and you say Michelle Obama is a man, that is probably one of the only ways to turn me around. No, I can't. No, I'm not a fan of Josh Hokett, dude. I can't. I literally can't be. He's got some work to do, but there is potential that he could turn me into a fan. It's crazy that I'm even saying that, but like he needs to act normal, dude. Act normal after your wins. You're a good fucking fighter. Get on the mic and say some crazy shit. Don't be throwing up poems like a off-brand Chael Sonnen. I don't need that. Josh Hokett gets a good win, but number 9 Derek Lewis, I'm like not too happy about that. But there is a matchup that's going to come into play now that the co-main event worked out like that. So we're going to get to that in a second. Josh Hokett wins by finish. Good win. Good win. Next up, the Sugar Show versus Amy and Zahabi. Man, Sean's been calling this one all week, dude. I've been calling this one all week. Sean O'Malley, over 1.5 was the lock of the parlay for me. And saying that as a Sean O'Malley fan, I know I don't get much, I'm biased. I don't get much credit on that. But like this one felt like a layup. Zahabi just doesn't really have anything for O'Malley. O'Malley's too rangy. He's not going to be able to get in there with the takedowns. And he's going to be too nervous of getting put on a clip if he's going in for the takedown like, Aldo did. So O'Malley gets it done, knockout. Zahabi went down easy. O'Malley throws up the salute, and then he gets the win. Maybe an early stoppage, but like obviously that fight was going to get stopped in the next 10 seconds anyway. Sean O'Malley just clipped him. So what are you going to do? O'Malley gets it done on American, the most American soil you possibly could get this done on. We're back. We're back. If there is a world where Peter Yan wins the Merab rematch, we are realistically looking at a Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan 2 title fight. Completely undeserved by O'Malley, but that's what we're looking at, and that's going to be the biggest fight for the fans. And man, I would be excited about that because Sean O'Malley did lose that first fight, low key. But good win for O'Malley, good knockout. Had to be done, man. He hasn't gotten a knockout since 2023, so that one had to be done. Moving on. Performance of the night. Holy shit. If any of these other guys knew that you could get performance of the night by elbowing the back of the head, they probably would have done it too. This one, I mean, it's just disgusting, dude. We've fucking known that Cyril Gane does this. This is who he is. And you can see it in every single fight that he has. He does an illegal shot and 0 consequences are suffered. In the promos, they're showing him hammer fist the back of Tuivasa's head as like his highlight. And that was his last knockout before this knockout. 2023. Again, back of the head. After what just happened to Tom Aspinall, clearly eye gouging. Cyril Gane going for this like weird fake takedown where he's just jamming the fingers up in Pereira's eyes. It's crazy. How are we not taking points from this fucking guy? All he does is cheat. And would he have won without cheating? Yeah, probably. But when I watch him deliver 10 back of the head strikes to Alex Pereira as he's down, obviously he has no chance of recovery. He's not going to fucking recover from that. So there was really no chance if he landed one clean blow like he did. But I mean, when are we gonna stop this guy? He's a fucking menace. He gets unlimited title shots, and he's cheated in every single fight in the UFC, dude. I don't care. I don't care about Cyril Gahn. And you know who's laughing now is John Jones sitting there fucking. He's laughing because he got a Cyril Gahn finish in the first round, and Alex Pereira couldn't, and that was supposed to be the big fight, and all this, dude. I'm just. This is where we start to lose it, but there's a bright side. There's a greener pastures here. The grass is greener because what we have now is an opportunity for Cyril Gahn to get slimed out by Tom Aspinall in their rematch as a favorite. Aspinall will be the underdog in this fight after what we just watched, and I'm going to take Aspinall by finish all day. All day, dude. So this is what we get to see. Aspinall's going to come back and prove himself and be the champion. I'm betting everything on it. I'm betting my Toyota Sienna. If you know, you know. And not only that, we get to see Alex Pereira versus Josh Hockett. All the shit talk that's been at these press conferences, dude, everything that Josh Hockett has said, everything Pereira's done, them two standing up and like getting in each other's face. This is what it's led to. This is how you match make fights, dude. Get Josh Hockett for versus Alex Pereira as soon as they're both healthy. Hockett is obviously going to be a little bit more. He's going to be ready to go, so he might want another fight. He's been active as hell, but I think he deserves to sit this one out. Pereira, he needs time to adjust to heavyweight, dude. John Jones took 2 years off and ran and gained weight as slow as he possibly could to get to heavyweight and do his thing. Pereira balloons up, is unable to keep up. He did look a little bit slower than Cyril Gahn. Let him fucking mature in heavyweight and get him versus Josh Hockett right now. There's beef. There's promotability. It has to happen, dude. It has to happen. I think we're in a good spot. I think we really are. This is probably the best way that it could have shaken out with a Cyril Gahn win. The rankings being what they are. Volkov, take a step back, buddy. I don't need to see it for a while. If anything, I wouldn't mind seeing Pereira versus like a Salsa Boy, and then Hockett takes Volkov matchup. But I think the best way to do this is Pereira Hockett for the promotability, and then Gahn Aspinall for obviously unsettled. You know, an unsettled decision there. But we're gonna move on to the main event, which was Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, and holy shit, he actually did it. I never saw this coming. No one could have seen this coming. If you picked Justin Gaethje, you were watching in the McGregor era. You were watching. You're just an old head who was delusional, but somehow you are the most genius UFC omega niche baller there's ever been. Because who would have predicted Justin Gaethje to absolutely demolish Ilia Topuria? It didn't even look close, bro. Ilia Topuria was the aggressor in most of the fight. He was landing the better shots on Justin Gaethje, but every once in a while, Gaethje would pop out a jab, he would pop out an uppercut, or swing a big looping right that would connect, and it would land every single time on Ilia Topuria. He was getting hit from all angles. I've never seen his face do that, dude. That was insane. He had two broken orbitals, it looked like. He couldn't see. His eyes were completely purple. His lips were completely cut up and just fat. His hair was all stringy and just like, dude, he looked like some kind of mask, like some kind of tribal mask when he was done, dude. And you know Justin Gaethje does this to people's faces, but holy shit, to do this to Ilia Topuria, nobody could have ever seen this coming. Fight of the night, definitely. Performance of the night, definitely. Justin Gaethje, man, what a way to win the belt. After all these years of, interim this and BMF that, like, for him to go out there and get the undisputed title shot against a guy that was, he still might have a chance, but was going to be the GOAT of the sport by winning this fight. The greatest that's ever fought in the sport. Number 2 pound for pound currently, number 1 at one point. Justin Gaethje, man. Hats off, dude. He will be going in the Hall of Fame. Obviously, this isn't the fight that secured that, But for him to finally win the undisputed belt, Justin Gaethje's in the top 10 all time, dude. Argue with a wall. I don't care. Man, Strickland is so upset that he got arrested and fucking Gaethje won in the same night. Holy shit. But, I mean, what more could you ask for, dude? 7 fights, 7 knockouts. The absolute cinema that was this card. I'm so happy that this played out how it did. If Pereira and Ilya won, this card would have been a 12 out of 10. But this card was a 10 out of 10. It is the first card that I can say was better than UFC 300, and I thought that wasn't going to be beat, but this one beat it. I'm just I didn't even know how long this video is. 20 minutes? I have no idea, but holy shit. What a night. They're never going to top this, but we got the Gooch coming back to the Apex. No, dude, we can't do this. It's almost like people fight better when there's something to fight for and people to fight in front of. Like, why are we going back to the Apex? I don't understand. But man, can't ask for much more than that. It's this was a great night of fights. Good job, Dana White. Good job, DJT. We we're back. We are so back, man. Uh, New videos coming out this week. Gooch versus Cap. The show goes on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.